Hello, I'm Freelander. Welcome to the game Trove. Today we are taking a look at ETH BTC. Just wanted to follow up on my X thread here. If you want to read it, it's kind of fun, I am told, but I didn't give any price conclusions or anything at the end. Just a call to action on the ETH community and some of my thoughts that ETH does indeed have strength. But I want to follow up with a video at request of a good friend. So we're going into ETH BTC, obviously. Full charts are about that. All right. What a chart, what a chart. Okay. What we see here is some of my squiggles from past 2017, obviously glory days. 2021, we were all hoping for 2021 to be at least up in here, but did not happen that way. Let's take a look. So obviously rising lows, you know, if you match it to here, maybe it matches this line a little bit better that we're going with here. Oh, that's what this is anyway. Yeah, it's supposed to be down here. Yep. So yeah, anyway, so I've been hopeful that it'd bounce here. When it got down past here, I'm like, okay, it's probably going around 19. Indeed, it did. Right here, I was thinking that would be a nice spot to bounce off of. This is off on the weekly. Also got a monthly level right there at around 18. So this is what we are currently contending with. The weekly's better though. It shows a little more detail in this regard. Too much detail and you get a little overwhelmed. But so we're down here. This liquidity is being protected for now, and I just want to. There's fundamental reasons why Bitcoin has been on a tear, and fundamental reasons why ETH has not. I went through a bunch of those fundamental reasons why ETH has not in the article. Not so much fundamental reasons why I think it might turn around sometime soon. Specifics of when it'll turn around, I'll get into in a minute. Fundamentals of why it'll turn around. They actually woke up. The community woke up and said, okay, let's scale L1. Now, I think another couple things that, and I wrote this in the article, another couple things that they need to do: interoperability on their L2s if they're going to claim them. If not, they are kind of parasitic. Either way, the L2s need to be giving more value accrual down to the base layer. They're taking like 95, 98% of gas fees that they are charging. Which are not nice and low, don't get me wrong, but they're taking the vast majority of that and not transferring that value very much back down to L1. And I think that definitely needs to change if Ether, the asset, is going to do well. Because all these L2s can just extract the ETH and then sell the ETH. So then, especially if they're a publicly traded company like Coinbase, they're probably selling their ETH gas fees. It's probably happening. They could Michael Saylor it, and and then they would be in symbiosis with the L1. But if they're just taking the revenue and selling it for US dollar, not as good. Okay, so. Little bit. So anyway, they are making changes, which is good. Now these changes don't happen overnight. One. But but they are making changes, and they're talking like 6 months to fix stuff to make it a viable place for institutions to come park their crypto endeavors. So 6 months is a very good timeline in crypto. Asking for shorter than that is kind of ridiculous, and that actually, with the way the market is, kind of gives a good it gives a good nugget to look forward to. Like 6 months is a pretty good time frame for a big announcement to come to fruition. Not that anything's confirmed, but that's just what people are shooting for at this point. So, charting wise, took out liquidity there. Didn't quite have a hard bounce off of that. This liquidity is protected for now. I wouldn't be surprised if we took it out. But again, it's kind of a fundamental, kind of a chart thing. With Bitcoin going up and then having a pullback, ETH has not pulled back yet. So ETH's at 1,800 now, USD wise. It looks like we're gonna have an alt season, just the way things are moving and stuff. It does look like that. It does, and when we have alt season, Ethereum is going to catch a bid versus Bitcoin. Like, Bitcoin has had its time in the sun for long enough. Like, could this go down? Yes, of course it could. Especially if ETH, continues to just not be with it as far as current conditions and competitors. But if they're making changes and stuff, this is a very good value area. Is it perfect value area? Only the market could say. But would I be buying Bitcoin with my ETH right now? No. That would be a terrible trade. The time to do that was up here. If you wanted to trade your ETH for Bitcoin, the time to do that is right here. I'm an investor that holds that either I will sell if I know something is fatally broken and will go to zero. If I don't know it's fatally broken and go to zero, I'm holding it to zero or profit. That's kind of my mentality. I might take a small loss here or there, but use some diversification to offset my losses and reap the benefits of that. I try to pick good projects. That's just the way I am. So ETH BTC right now, way discounted. We're talking a 4x versus Bitcoin just to get back to this value area, which isn't even the value area back here. Now, we've had some inflation since back here, maybe more than Bitcoin to here, so maybe that explains that. Also, a little less hype, even though this was a crazy time in ETH land. Oh my goodness. I think what really stunted us here, though, was the gas fees. I heard CryptoKitties kind of took wind out of sails back here in 2017, but that's interesting that it had a double peak back there. I don't know my 2017 history as well as I could. So we had a double peak in 2017. So in the summer of 2017, and then so it kind of had a DeFi summer of 2017. That is interesting. Anyway, moving on. I'm sure that felt terrible. Okay. Moving on to today. Thank you for listening to me for so long. Let's go ETH USD. I wanna point this out. This is kind of amazing. I do believe ETH USD has bottomed out. I'm just gonna say it. I'm going to stick with it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But that is a pretty good bounce off of this one. People are thinking it is too cheap. And that is a good spike in the ground. Could it go the other way? Yeah. Do I think it will? No. We'll get a little resistance here probably. Especially if things cool off over the next couple days. But if things heat up, ETH's probably running. So that's another piece to why I think ETH has turned around, because this chart is looking very solid. Very, the structure is just really good here. We're about to turn the liquidity cycle here in the macro. Powell is dragging his feet, but everybody but the US is pumping money into the system. So that is why I do believe that we have bottomed in ETH USD for this half of the later half of the 2022 or mid 2022 bull run. It's just it's still up from the lows of 2022, and really this run here, everybody was complaining about it, but in USD terms, like, this was nice. Like, we bottomed at Terra Luna and then like didn't bottom too hard at FTX. Oh no, where's the FTX? Oh, it's just right here. Didn't bottom too hard at FTX, held up kind of well, and then we've just been grinding higher. This did not feel good. I'll tell you that. This did not feel good. And that was only a few months ago, huh? Wow. Crazy. Crazy. But I do believe we've bottomed. And yeah, let me know if you agree with my reasons. If you don't, I probably have a few more. I just wanted to get this video out for you guys. And hopefully this was informative, entertaining, valuable to you. Quick note on Bitcoin, because I just can't leave it alone. I like ETH better than Bitcoin, by the way, so there's that. But yep, I was thinking 96 would be our problem spot. Looks like we topped out a little bit before that. Not too bad. Room to consolidate here and pop through, maybe. I don't think we're coming back down here, honestly. A big scare could bring us down here, but I don't think so. We kind of bounced around on top of it for long enough to go up there, unless we're just going down. Then yeah. But I think probably consolidate around here and then shoot up past this here soon. There's not really very many headwinds left for Bitcoin itself. Just a matter of, especially since people are starting to see it as a safe haven. Gold has already ran, and then it usually cascades into Bitcoin after that. So, and then of course alts after that. But we still might. Oh, this is the daily. That's interesting. I mean, that's a rather large candle. I could see us going back down here. Not sure if that's likely at this point, but ETH could probably get scared much easier than Bitcoin at this point. So wouldn't be surprised if we came back down here, but I don't see us breaking this low unless something that the market isn't seeing at this point plays out. So yeah, that's my thoughts. My thoughts on ETH is we'll probably go up here, bounce down just a little bit, and then come up for this high. And after that, I can't say. We're just kind of bouncing off of highs as we go up. It's my best guess. Anyhow, thoughts on the market. Hope you enjoyed. Freelander.